Hello everybody, good afternoon. What a beautiful day, and I just feel so blessed that I have this country park close to me. There's a lake behind me. I know that the video is not that as clear as I'd like it to be, I think for the sun, but yeah, it really is beautiful. So Francis asked me if I could do this video and just share my experiences of what helped me, what is helping me heal from Lymes, ME and fibromyalgia. And my heartfelt intention is that something that I may share or say may touch somebody who sees this in some way. I really hope it does. Yeah, it's very sad being on this journey, very lonely and confusing, not knowing how to heal. There's not much help with the NHS, not much information, and a lot of information is conflicting. So many things say they can heal, and some people heal from something and it doesn't work for someone else, and so it is all about our individual journey, and it's so debilitating, and having an illness that people don't seem to understand, and that brings me on to my first point. So I was going to share 6 things that really helped me. So the first thing is really self-love and validation. It's been huge for me. The more I went on this path of healing, which has been really, a lot of it has been about self-discovery and finding me again, was I kind of learned I had a big inner critic, and I was hard on myself, and I didn't validate myself. I didn't really validate my emotions, and I went outside to almost ask people if is it okay to feel this way, because I've been through a lot, and my camera, the wind is blowing over, and I'm a sensitive soul. I started to feel like I was maybe overreacting to things, and I was being oversensitive, and actually I've learnt to validate my own emotions, and that has been a huge part of my healing, and by doing that has brought me on to my second point, is really allowing myself to feel my emotions. I guess because I wasn't validating my emotions before, I suppressed my emotions. It was like I was almost not allowed to feel them. My anger, my sadness, my fear. And by validating my emotions, allowed them to release, allowed them to be let go of, acknowledged, seen, heard. And yes, I'm also aware that a lot of my emotions are my inner child, my wounded child that wasn't seen and heard and wasn't validated. And oh God, and I feel that, yeah, it's really given my inner child what she didn't get, has been really huge for me, growing my confidence, and yeah, learning to speak to myself as I would someone I really love, and using opportunities, using mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow instead of beating myself up. Another one, the third point, is changing the way I think, becoming really aware of the way that I think. I realised that not only was I using a lot of emotion to, a lot of energy, precious energy to suppress what was going on deep inside of me, I was using that to stress about things that actually, things I couldn't do much about. I was kind of stressing about issues that actually I didn't have any control over, and I was using my energy worrying about things that weren't really that important for me. So really becoming aware of limiting beliefs that I'd created when I was young to protect myself, and also starting to really be grateful for things like the sun shining, grateful that maybe I have more energy for today than I did yesterday. I am not fully healed, but I'd say I'm about 70% healed. I have a part-time job now, And yes, I still get pain, I still get days where I struggle to function, I still get those kind of flu-y symptoms, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was years ago. So it's kind of sometimes 2 steps forward and 1 back, and in those steps backward, reminding myself that it's okay and how far I've come, because sometimes the mind can take us into resisting where we're at. So I kind of accept where I am and commit to really loving myself. And sometimes I need to release grief. There's emotions there about my health. So yeah, gratitude. Every morning I think of 5 things that I'm grateful for from the day before, or if I'm going for a hard time, I think about times that were worse. Yeah, it's helped to rewire my brain to see the good, and I also think about things I'm proud of myself for doing, because sometimes we can think of things we haven't done. I know that I was so hard on myself, I thought I was lazy. I didn't validate that I was actually ill sometimes, and I started to think of, today I'd made that phone call, or today, do you know, even though I felt down and unmotivated, I went for a walk for 5 minutes, you know, even the smallest things. And then I started to rewire my brain to see the things I did do. So another one is number 5. No, I'm on number 4, is balance, having a balance in my life, time to move my body, wherever, even if it's on a hard day, a 5-minute walk in nature. I started to take up Pilates and yoga, very gentle, there it goes again, very gentle yoga that I do. I found a gentle class. I guess the universe brought it to me because I was thinking I need something that is quite gentle, and I just do the movements my body can do. Sometimes I struggle to do certain things, or I'm having a bad day, maybe I don't go, but yeah, it's really helped to strengthen up my body, and just and having a balance of doing things that are fun, so having social things, however small, sometimes just a phone call, so on the hard days, during hard times, doing what I can, even if it's just a little phone call, or playing a game, or watching a funny comedy. So stuff for my body, eating healthy, and finding things that I'm passionate about. This is really, I've become an EFT therapist and healer, and I run workshops, so it's really driven me. My pain has helped me find what I really love, and I love helping people, and it just does so much for me. It's so fulfilling for me and rewarding. But yeah, it's also helped to open my creativity. So yeah, try maybe different things, different hobbies, things that you may not even thought you'd like. You may be surprised, even making jewelry or anything small that you can do. And the last one is community. The 5th one was yoga and movement, yeah, but I did mention that was the 5th one. And the last one is community. I realised years ago I was just so alone, and I know some of you have found this lovely group run by Francis, which is wonderful, because having community, just people that you can connect with, and is so important for healing. They've done so many studies on how it affects us physically and emotionally, and actually there is a need as humans, that we need to be around people. And I have changed my friends over the years. I realised that maybe some people weren't good for me, and that came